To begin this evening, Chilean police have detained 20-year-old Giuseppe Briganti. Now, he is the main suspect in the fatal shooting of two Chilean student protesters. Briganti was identified as the man who shot Diego Guzman and Exequiel Borbaran. Chilean police say they found a 9mm pistol in Briganti's house, which is the same type of weapon that was used to kill the two students. Now, they also found close to $10,000 and a small amount of drugs. At this point in time, Briganti insists he is innocent. The incident has provoked anger and grief among student activists.
This
is something that moves us deeply. It hurts us. It affects us because we feel that once again we have come out to demonstrate for people's lives. And when it's for young people's lives, it's even more painful.
And in response to the murder of the two students, thousands of people took to the streets of Santiago and Valparaiso Thursday evening. Families, students, and supporters placed candles and flags in Plaza Italia in the capital of Santiago and Plaza Victoria in the coastal city Valparaiso, where the students were shot.
Hundreds and thousands of Chileans feel part of the student fight because the fight for a free, public and excellent education doesn't belong to any political party or sector, or any leader in particular. It's an historic fight that belongs to the Chilean society. Exequiel and Diego were part of that fight. That's because today we recognize them as martyrs and heroes, as young fighters that represent many of us.
Now we go live on the line to Eduardo Olivares Concha. He's a Chilean political scientist. Eduardo, thanks so much for joining us. To start, I want to talk about, if you can give us, please, a brief overview of these recent events we've been seeing in Chile. Why, in your opinion, have they come about?
Hello, Cody. Well, there is a lot of issues here. There is a massive crisis for the political system right now in Chile, where people distrust political parties, distrust politicians. They have been involved in corruption scandals as well. So these students, all of them, were marching. They've been marching once before in April and now. And they criticize the whole political system, and they want an openness for the discussion of the education reform.
What do you think the death of these two students means for these protests and for this movement, Eduardo?
Well, that's interesting. This was a bitterly sad, but ordinary crime. It was a murder by an ordinary criminal, it seems. So the main political parties in the left, especially the Communist Party, are taking advantage of this event in a fair political sense. So they claim that these murders are important for the social movement to move forward, and they ask for more participation of different political activists and the social movements.
And do you think these students will be able to make real change with this movement, or will the Bachelet government be able to appease them?
Well, they did a change. They made many of the changes to be possible since 2011. But these specific murders are not probably, cause any further openness in discussion. They are being condemned by all the political spectrum. So probably this is not going to happen. They're going to be, of course, remembered. They're going to become a symbol. But since this was an ordinary crime, it's not feasible that they're going to change something else.
All right, Eduardo Olivares Concha, thanks so much for joining us on the line from Chile as we continue to follow the ongoing protests there.